This is Hanging with Hayes. This is Brandon and Zach. They are my guests today. We're just going to be talking about their job. And so, I guess let's talk about, you guys want to talk about like where you started in your careers in these jobs, line of work, if Zach wants to go first. I know people want to hear you talk about what you do for a living. I mean, they know what you do for a living, but just elaborate more on it.
Where I started?
Yeah. Your whole journey of where you started.
Started just being a general laborer. Wasn't necessarily on a pipe crew at first. And then opportunity arose to be on one, and they threw me as the lead pipe layer, and that was pretty much it. Downhill from there.
When did you two meet? Were you always on the same crew, or?
No, he was. I didn't even technically when I first started with the company, I didn't even really know Brandon.
I was at a different company.
Yeah, he was at a different company, and I mean, maybe met each other once or twice, just because I was hanging out with a mutual friend of ours. And then, what was it? 5 years later,
Mm-hmm.
I seen a Snapchat of his, and he was in a hole, pretty deep one.
Literally, how
Yeah,
how it came about.
yeah,
Really? I didn't
yeah,
know that.
yeah. He was in a he had like two boxes stacked on top. Uh, Looked wet as hell, but yeah, dead of winter. And I asked who he worked for, and so a good majority of the people that came to my company,
Worked for mine.
yeah, worked for his.
That's right.
So I told him might as well jump shit too.
Sweet.
And there was a couple questions,
I remember that phone
answer
call.
that he had, and
I remember that.
I was
That
like,
phone.
"Well, I'm putting 2 weeks in." You know,
That's right. Yeah, because we were sitting in the driveway and we were on the phone talking about it.
Yeah. So,
and
but
then I
How long were you with that
came
company?
over almost 2 years.
Were you really?
Yeah,
I didn't realize it was that.
little over a year and a half.
yeah,
Came over and I didn't have a choice. The crew on Zach's crew, pipe crew,
I didn't have a choice.
together for
2,
3 years. 3 years, I think. Yeah, 2 years. Maybe
2.5.
That's
Two and a
it?
half.
I thought it was longer.
I think we were 2.5. It was 2.5, I think. And then
Portage Road.
it was 2.5.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you started in 2020?
2020. Yeah.
Right. Oh, yeah.
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 About 2.5 years.
Yeah.
And they left me and I was a little upset. But I had no choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
when
been
you came on, you were my fucking top man.
yeah. Bank man.
What's that? What's a top man?
So pipe crews, I don't know how other people do it, but the general rule is you got your digger, which is in the excavator. You got a loader guy doing all sorts of shit. Yeah, your lead man, which is down in the hole, and he's in charge of making sure everything in the hole is what he wants and stuff like that. Tail man is just following the lead man, making sure that he has what he needs or blah blah blah, cleaning pipe, lubing pipe.
Pretty much everything that the
Tail
lead
man
tells him to do.
Yeah, tail man can also be helping him up top while I'm down in the hole still. Top man is the guy that shoots grade, make sure the pipes are ready to go down in the hole, make sure that there's fittings and shit coming that are coming up that they're ready to go.
Always thinking ahead.
So like pre-staging.
Yeah, basically.
Yep, thinking ahead.
So
That's all he it's about. That's about it.
yeah,
Thinking ahead, literally. That's your job.
yeah. But that's basically it. And then you got your fucking boss and a red truck.
Yeah.
I hear we don't talk about bosses.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
So no, I was lead man. Then when I actually found out where he worked, I was actually top man that year. And then I became the lead man again, and he was top. Yeah. Went from there.
And now what?
And I was this loader guy.
Yeah, you were.
And then I got shipped out.
Got shipped out. I was digging for a pipe.
What are you doing right now then?
Still banking. Yeah, I'm still banking.
Beating in the dirt.
Yeah, still slaving away. That's about it.
Yep.
So I've seen this post on Facebook a few times where people say, damn, must be nice. And it's talking about specifically like blue collar workers with all the stuff that they have. How does that make you feel, I guess? Because every time I see it, it drives me insane. But coming from two guys that work in that industry, how does that make you feel?
As far as what?
Like when you're rolling up with with a nice truck where you're saying, "Hey, I'm going on vacation," and
People say,
somebody
damn,
goes,
must be
"Damn,
nice.
must be nice," but
Fuck them.
About
Yeah. Must be nice. You can fucking do it too.
I think people have enough mentality for that, though.
Huh?
Like so many people. They talk shit about blue collar workers and then they just can't do it themselves. I don't know. That's a lot of the comments that I get on TikTok. People that say that kind of stuff. Like, oh, it
Yeah.
must be nice.
But there's a difference between being broke and then not being broke. The people that have to fucking work their ass off fucking day in, day out and all the hours and stuff, majority of them are fucking broke.
Yeah, they are. But it's like the conversation we had earlier, talking about how we have paid off vehicles. And people, I'm sure, make fun of it. And
Yeah, it's not necessarily that though.
yeah, but a lot of it is.
When you smoke fucking 2 packs a fucking day.
sorry.
No, when you smoke like a fucking pack or two a day, or you dip 2 cans a day, you got fucking 5 kids, you got a fucking divorce, you got fucking this and you got that. Yeah, you might have to fucking work a couple more hours
Mm-hmm.
because it don't seem like you're fucking budgeting money very well.
No. I also feel like I don't think people realize the sacrifices that people put in to do that kind of work. And you don't have time to do anything. And like you might have all this extra money if you do budget correct. No, you're not. No, you're
I almost feel like, damn, must be nice. People think you do this all the time.
Mhm.
Like, yeah, you go on vacations all the time. Yeah.
You take,
But more of the time, we're working and we get maybe one vacation a year.
Mm-hmm.
that's a thing.
We don't get vacation at all.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if we take that one vacation in a year, they think we do it all the time, but they don't really know
And you go out somewhere bougie, somewhere nice because,
because you deserve it. But
yeah.
Yeah, you don't know when the next time you're gonna be able to
Exactly.
do
No.
Technically, we don't get vacation days.
it.
Right.
Yeah.
So when we take time off, we don't get paid for it,
Correct.
but we get the bonus at the end of it, or we get 2 bonuses throughout the year or 1 bonus, but that's just in your package.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, explain
But-
that because that's when I made a video talking about you getting laid off. People ask me, well, how do you pay the bills? How does this work?
Huh?
And me saying, well, we save up for it, and then talking about your vacation bonus at the end of the year. People don't understand that. So like, I guess explain that.
It's totally different from me and you. I mean, you get one, I get two, but
No, you get two, don't you?
No, I get one.
he gets one a
Oh,
year,
I
I
thought you
get
got
two.
two.
They break up the
laborers.
Oh.
laborers. They break up in two, so it's spring and then
Spring and then
Winter.
winter.
Yeah.
Just before winter.
yeah, and then I'm just before winter. So when he gets the second one, I get
He
mine.
gets his.
Okay.
But that's just it. Like our package, it's just to say they put $2 for every hour in this vacation fund, and then that accumulates over the year of how many hours you put in, and then whatever when the due date that you're supposed to receive it, that's your money.
Okay.
Yeah,
'Cause-
it's pretty much to what it is, you know, they don't, the company we work for is pretty much, they don't expect you to take vacation,
Mhm.
like actually
And have a
take it
life.
and have a life. So why not just cash you a check for it?
Yeah.
Right, pretty much. I mean, that's
And then you get laid off, then you take your time.
yes, and that's the simple.
See, that's a lot different than like our union where we get, I've been with my place for 11 years, and at 7 years we get 3 weeks of vacation, and they're what we call technically paid. So at the beginning of the year, I get a vacation check, and I have 3 weeks of vacation. I don't, you don't have to take that vacation. I can work all year long and get what we call double dipping. So you get your vacation check, and then you can work those hours too, and you get paid twice that way. But if you do take a vacation day, you have to make sure you set that money aside from that vacation check so that way you can cover your bills. And like I take one vacation a year, 1 week, and then when I come back, I got no check. And then when I do get a check, they double dip on my taxes, on my insurance, and all that. So,
Mhm.
like, for us, we really had to plan ahead for that.
No, like when we take vacations, we just take like extended weekend vacations.
Yeah.
Day here.
Yeah, instead of like, or
A week.
oh yeah, you take like Friday, Saturday.
Or if you figure out it's Labor Day weekend,
Yeah.
it's a Monday, so then you take that Friday off
You can
or
take
whatever.
right,
Yeah,
have
but
a
then you
4
gotta
day
fucking
or
deal
5
with
day.
everybody else being on vacation. Fuck
Yeah,
that.
that's true.
That's when we get hit the most where, everybody's like, oh, holidays coming up. I'm going to take, got 2 days already. I'm going to
Mhm.
take 3 days.
No.
Mhm.
They still get paid their holiday pay. But that, for me, it opens up, okay, all these people are gone. OT time for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
See,
everybody,
that's the thing too. We don't get paid holidays, so it's kind of like, if you take that vacation day or whatever,
Mhm.
that day off here or day off there, you don't get paid for that either. Like you're not getting paid for any of it.
No.
Just them the vacation checks
Yeah.
are where it comes into factor. But
And also, you don't get paid mileage. That's the other thing people ask. They're like, "Whoa, he drives this far. Doesn't he get paid mileage?" No.
I if we call and find like a job or something somewhere, like that can be negotiated kind of thing or whatever, but we're just with one company and one
Mhm.
company only.
Yeah.
We don't necessarily play the union.
Game.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, but people think that, and a lot of people comment that stuff. Like, what do you mean he doesn't get paid mileage? It's just that's the way the company is.
I mean, since I started, which was
It's been
4.5
since he's
years,
been there.
I know.
I
And
And that's
I've said
2016.
something, and they just, oh, I haven't got it since I've been here, so don't worry about it. They just
Mhm.
push you off. I
yeah.
Which
don't
is
think
crazy.
it'll ever change.
No, I don't. I don't think so either. I don't either.
Yeah.
But Trump on no tax on overtime. Now we're talking.
I tell you what,
Now we're talking.
I pray.
I mean,
Yeah, there's some stipulations.
yeah.
And now I just gotta figure out like how to get my union not to double dip on my overtime because we go one flat rate across board. So like if I work, let's say I'm working 50, 60 hours a week and there's only old boy who's doing 40, I'm paying more into union dues than he is, even if we're making the same amount of money.
Yeah.
So like that's like our like, man, do I really want to work all this overtime? Or do I, like when we know our dues are coming up, it's like, all right, I'm gonna work an extra 4 hours this week, so I'll get 2 hours of overtime, and the other 2 hours will cover my dues. So it's kind of,
Pay like you pay your dues, or is it not coming out?
It's in the
Like
package.
it comes
Package.
out
like automatically.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I see it on my little form. I paid $60 this month for
No,
union dues.
like his union, like they double dip off the vacation,
Yeah, ours does too.
100%.
Yeah.
Yours
And,
doesn't.
huh? Yeah, like mine, haven't noticed it. Like I tried looking for it,
Yeah,
and it don't seem like they do. But like
We need to
that
hold
one,
taxes though for it.
like there was a dude that called the president out on Facebook one time.
yeah.
I
Are you
started,
serious?
yeah, I started as Farmer. Remember Farmer? Yeah, Farmer. Whatever. It's not.
It's not.
Yeah.
Nobody knows
Yeah,
it.
it's hard.
Yeah.
But yeah, he that's what he did. It started a thing, whatever, but fuck, it's true.
Yeah. I mean, I'm U.S. Steel.
Yeah,
We're big. That's a big boy,
yeah,
Mhm.
and like we're a small shop, and we've talked about, hey, why are you doing this? Why are you flat rates across the board doing this? And they're like, well, that's what the board,
yeah.
said, and it's not gonna change.
Like, yeah, like, and well, necessarily, like when I was in it, and like for them or whatever, like the thing that got me is like when you first like got signed in or whatever, like they talked about it and they're like, yeah, you're going to get $2 in it every hour or whatever, and like that money's going to be set aside, and that's your vacation fund, and
So it's a dollar
that's
technically.
all your money.
So it's not
Like that, yeah, that's your money.
Right.
But
Yeah,
So they like emphasize like, you're
Yeah.
putting this
Yeah.
money away, which is great, whatever. I mean, to sit here and try to fucking talk shit about it or whatever, but like, now I got health insurance and shit like that, so I'm not like necessarily pissed off about
almost the best. I mean,
it.
it's hard
You
to beat
can't,
what we got.
you can't,
Mhm.
we could sit here and bitch about
Right.
it,
But you
but like, I got health insurance, I got a pension, I'm getting paid more than I ever have before. But yet here these guys are telling me that this $2
getting
is
this
my
and
money.
that.
Mhm.
And then next thing you know, when it comes to fucking receiving the check, I see that there's also dues taken out, and the dues are more than the fucking taxes.
yeah,
Yeah, that's
So
crazy.
it looks good on paper.
So
Yeah.
Mhm.
you try to make like don't try to make it seem like it's fucking the greatest fucking thing ever that you're going to get this fucking check at this one point in time, but yet you take more than what the taxes are.
Yeah.
That's one of our biggest like gripes with the union. Now I'm 100% union.
I'm 100% union,
I
but
love my guys, but there
fuck
are
the
some,
political bullshit
yeah,
part of
that
it.
political shit I hate,
Mhm.
And
and
like how you can't fucking tread on fucking other people's fucking turf and
And they
shit.
strive on.
Oh yeah.
They strive on
When we were
the
in the
political
airport,
shit.
Huh?
remember that time we were in the airport and I had a backpack and you were like, "Don't let them see you," and I was like, "What?"
Yeah, fuck them. They can suck my dick.
I literally was like, "What are you talking about?" I didn't know. And he's like, "Don't let them see your backpack." We were in Texas
Yeah, it's
or
just
Indiana. I don't know, but it was like,
we can have the book bag or whatever, and they can say wherever the fuck local we are, but we can't go south. Once we pass the border,
right.
like shit hits the fucking fan, and
Like the union.
then
cartel.
it's more fucking.
I mean,
The union was mafia shit.
yeah,
Well, that
That's
makes
how that
sense.
fucking came
That's true.
about.
That is true. That is true.
and they strive on the political bullshit too. So
Yeah.
yeah,
But I am grateful for it though.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Because
I mean, it's got us this
it's
far.
because
hard
the
not
company,
to.
the excavating company I was working before this wasn't union. I was getting paid fucking half of what I was when I started as a laborer,
Same.
Yep.
and I didn't have health insurance, I didn't have a pension, I didn't have
yeah.
vacation fund, this and that. So I am grateful.
Same.
But like everybody makes the scene like the union seem like it's the fucking greatest thing ever, which it is. But yeah, there's a lot of political bullshit with it.
Yeah.
I'm a steward, so yeah, it's not it's nonstop political bullshit. And I like every meeting I go to, like talking to the guys on the floor, like it's like high school never ends. Plus, you got the drama of all the politics.
Yeah.
No, we don't have to. We don't necessarily have to deal with all that shit. We just like that's just in the back of our minds,
yeah.
and then we got to deal with the fucking bullshit that comes throughout the days.
Yeah.
Which is bullshit a lot.
Which is most of the day. I mean, that's literally it. I mean, it's all.
It is.
I tell you, I am looking forward to beginning of uh February when I do get my vacation check. That'll pay some bills.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I do like about getting
Old
vacation.
faithful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Literally.
Well, so
Faithful,
many
yeah.
other
Yeah.
years. All right, what needs to get paid off,
Yeah.
or who needs to get paid off?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I mean, it's got us this far. Very, very, very thankful for that. But
All right. And then like if you fucking thing though too about being nice and all that, like when I started labor and whatever, and kept on getting raises through the labor's union because we finally negotiated after the fucking crisis and all that shit.
yeah.
Like got raises, and that didn't necessarily change anything. Became an operator, it didn't change anything. I made more money, but I still only got X amount of dollars a week
Yeah.
to go spend on fucking bullshit at the gas station. But
Yeah.
everything else was put away.
Mm-hmm.
So
I mean, our savings just got bigger. That was really.
yeah, until something else broke.
Yeah. Or we go on a blowing insulation. Right.
Yeah.
How many bags of insulation?
Was it 38?
No, 32.
Too many.
Yeah.
Bags, too many.
Brandon. We just had a blowing insulation project.
Yeah.
Ah,
That fucker off though.
hell yeah. I already sent him the receipt to our text.
Well, yeah, you can do that. You can actually do it as part of your studio. Your
No, they just do it as a overall like
Per house.
for your house, $1,200
Making your house,
more efficient.
yeah.
Oh,
It's up to $1,200.
Okay.
So do you got any good stories?
Right into it. Right into
That's
it.
what I'm trying to say.
right into it. So this lady was like, "I'm gonna kill you, white boy," or whatever, early in the morning. What?
Yeah, so basically we had a morning meeting. It was kind of by the intersection, right? By the railroad tracks.
Sure.
Yeah. And she was coming down the middle of the fucking 3-4 lane street.
First thing.
Yeah.
in the
First,
morning.
oh,
I
yeah.
mean, it's
Like
7 in the
six,
morning.
yeah, like 6:50, 7 o'clock. Fucking, it was already hot that day too. And she's just fucking, you can hear her coming, and she's on the phone. And something about that she was going on and on, but then like as she got closer, you can hear her talk about like how she just lost the love of her life, and she just lost her mother or some shit that night or something. She came from the hospital, blah blah blah.
Oh,
And then we all decided to fucking just end the morning meeting right then and there when she was coming.
it's probably wise.
Well, we all had to go back to our trucks to go down to the road where we were actually going to be working for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
So it happened to be that I parked right next to the fucking road that she was walking on. So as I'm trying to get to my truck, she's walking and like we're fucking meeting pretty fucking close. And I'm just minding my own business. She's fucking yelling some more and shit. And then all of a sudden I get to go in my truck, and as I'm getting in my truck, we fucking make eye contact. Oh yeah. And ever since at that point, like it was fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, and it was just nonstop. And then like she would always walk the streets every day.
Oh, you saw her multiple times?
Oh yeah. She would carry a suitcase down the road to this
Always talking on the phone.
Yeah,
She was always talking on the
she
phone.
would
You think she
carry.
was
She
talking
would.
to herself?
No, I don't know.
Maybe.
But she would carry the suitcase down to the.
Was it a bus stop or
Well,
where's she going?
no. Well, she hit the bus a couple times, but there was a building that gave out like clothes and like other stuff or whatever.
Like
You could drop.
welfare kind of.
Oh.
Yeah, she would like carry the suitcase down there, and that happened like once a week or twice a week. So like,
Oh,
and
that's so sad.
we're working in the middle of the road, but like since that fucking morning, like it was fuck you, white boy, I should kill you. And she wouldn't say that out loud. She would whisper it because she had to walk right
She
next.
whispered.
And I happen to be right there.
Yeah,
That's creepy.
like me from you, so 5 feet away, as she had to walk by us, and she would go, "I should kill you."
White boy.
Just because you made eye contact with her that
Yeah,
morning.
and I was talking shit apparently about her loss of her
But he
love of
never
her
said.
life
But
and
of
like
course,
her
you never
mother.
said a word.
I didn't say a damn word. All we did was make eye contact one fucking time.
She read your mind.
Oh,
And she was like,
fuck, dude.
She's like, "What did you say?" And you didn't say a word.
You remember we had to drive around the block in the van that one time?
Yeah.
And like
Get away from her.
she was at the liquor store and she was like, "Oh hell no!" Like fucking yelling and shit. Oh yeah, it was horrible.
you guys had some fans.
Dude, I fucking hated that job. Not just because of that incident, but like that job sucked. It was downtown, the old city.
Yeah.
So there was a
Old
bu-
lines. You didn't know where
yeah,
they
there
were.
was a bunch of
Oh.
abandoned gas lines, fucking water main line. Like they didn't know what the fuck they had.
Did you get spicy water?
You know,
Couple times.
like
Yeah.
like to bring up like how old this was, we had dug up a spot to tie in the main water line. When we dug down, we only went down like 6 feet, and there was 4 feet of fucking cobblestones, like boulders or whatever, a 4 foot, and then like the or the what was it, 2 feet up was the new road. But they built over top of like the actual old road.
Holy.
Like it was like
shit.
boulders all fucking crammed. It was pretty fucking sweet.
You'd love those boulders.
Yeah, no.
A rock collection in the yard.
Yeah, no shit.
That ground's all contaminated.
The best.
I know. Mm-hmm.
The best is him picking up rocks. Like, and I've always saw him pick
I love
up
it.
rocks. Like he'll put them to the side, and then we're not on the same crew anymore or whatever.
So you pick rocks up for him?
I sent him a picture of a rock. He's like, "Hey, throw that in the back of your truck." I'm like, "No, I ain't doing it."
I
It's
always
like
love
this
that.
big.
I love it though,
Like-
because like I'll be sitting there on the porch waiting for him to come in, and as soon as I see him go to the left a little bit, I'm like, that motherfucker's got a rock.
Yeah, rocks. Yeah.
Thing. It's so cute. And then I hear clunk, clunk, clunk. Oh, we got 3 good ones.
I like the Pepsi and Coke bottles you bring home.
Yeah, those are cool.
That
Yeah.
I think the first time
Those are cool.
like I saw those, it was like 4 o'clock in the morning. You had them sitting where I normally keep my keys.
Mhm.
I was not expecting shit to be there. I turned the alarm off. It's pitch dark. I reach out and I'm jumpy as can be already. And then like I hit glass. I'm like, what the fuck? Because they were right next to my keys. And then I come back after work in the daylight and like there's these 3 old ass bottles just full of dirt and shit and
Oh, that was the day after I found him in his lunch bag.
oh and then I find out you collect them, find them.
Yeah. Yeah, that day was hilarious because he hands me his lunchbox and I'm like, why the fuck is this so heavy? I'm like, okay.
I know, actually. One of the last jobs we were on, there was like this side street we were digging on, and it was an old piece of curb. We lifted it up. I mean, and it was all glass, like bottles, all sorts of shit. And a couple of us got to take some home, but
What's the coolest thing you found in the ground?
I just found like glass bottles and shit.
yeah, pretty much glass. I mean,
Like his boss actually found the fossil.
No, the guy.
Ma-
Oh yeah.
He found a fossil, but he handed it to some dude, and then that dude fucking decided to fucking throw it on the ground and broke it or some shit. Yeah, he was pissed. Like he's pissed off about
Yeah.
that story, but yeah, he
Wow.
actually found like a fucking I don't know what it was, but it was something.
Oh, and then
Really?
the guy digging for us actually found. That was cool. It wasn't glass, but it was a PBR can from like the 70s.
The pop top.
Pop tops. Yeah,
I got
that's
a
pretty
couple.
sweet. I got one at home.
You do?
I got a couple of those.
We need to clean those bottles up and put them somewhere
They're
because
sweet.
those are fucking cool.
Yeah, I got like 2 towns over or whatever when I was working. We were working right next to a field. You dig out the ditch.
Yeah.
Dude, all those farmers, fucking alcoholics.
All drunk.
All alcohol.
Yeah.
What are you?
I found so many of those.
That's hilarious. I love that. I think those are my favorite though. You come home and you're like, I found another bottle. Like, those are so cool. Soak them in the bathtub forever. Those are nasty as hell. Yeah. Another comment that I get frequently on TikTok is, well, he works so much. How are you gonna, see him? And I know they sacrifice a lot. Coming from your perspective, what is everything that you feel like you sacrifice in this line of work? Both of your opinions. Kevin, you too.
Sacrifice?
Yeah.
No, you sacrifice a lot.
I mean, time's the biggest one.
Fuck
You know?
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
I think one of mine would be the kids. Like I work Saturdays a lot, and my Saturdays start at 4 a.m. And I'm a huge bowler, and my niece and nephew are bowlers, and they just made the Pepsi tournament, and I haven't seen them bowl once because they bowl Saturday mornings, and those Saturday mornings are when I'm working. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know when the Pepsi tournament is. I really want to go, but chances are, most likely, it's going to be a Saturday morning, and I'll probably be working. So there's a lot of things that my niece and nephew do that I don't get to see because it's those mornings that I'm at work. Oh, I'm missing a lot of stuff with the littles.
Yeah.
I think
I can say that too. You know, I mean, obviously, none of us have children yet. But that is, that's a really big thing.
Mhm.
When they're in their growing age. Younger ages, you're not going to see much.
No.
You're not gonna be there, and they want you to be there, but you won't be.
And also, even just going to family functions. Now, people, where's Zach working at? It's never, well, where's Zach? They know where he is.
Yeah.
99.99% of the time, he's at
we're
work.
just wondering what section of the state is he at right now.
Right. And
How far will he make it?
you really have to, like that one time, whose party was it? Was it your party?
It was my divorce party.
That's right. That night, we were at his house, his parents' house, and it started at like noon or something.
Yeah.
And Zach said, well, I'll get off at 3. And then at like 2:15,
Maybe 3.
he texts me and goes, definitely not getting off at 3. You didn't get home until what, 10:30 that night?
Yeah.
It was late as fuck.
That's when we went to that emergency fix on that manhole.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, I'm used to it now, but so many people say to me, well, doesn't that bother you? I never said I liked it.
Yeah.
I'm just used to it.
I mean, there's so many sacrifices.
Yeah. But like the biggest thing in my eyes is time.
Yeah.
We can't get it back.
No, you can't. You can't. And there's no way to get it back.
No. Fuck no.
I think one of the things that like I see the most from your crew compared to like my crew. Like we're all indoor,
Yeah.
you know.
I think it's cool that they're outside, you're inside,
Yeah,
so you have two different worlds
and
of that.
the brothership that you guys have is a lot different than what I have in my shop. Like, there's a lot of hatred in my shop. We don't hang out. Like, I may hang out with one or two guys, but there has been multiple times where I've come over here and you have a garage full of your guys in there. You know, you're
Yeah.
hanging out, shooting the shit. You know, and the first time I met old boy, you know, he was drunk,
Surprise,
but
surprise.
you know, he could not stop talking about the love that he had for you guys, and he's the new guy on your crew.
Yeah.
And you know, everybody that I talk to, they all talk shit, obviously, but they all talk about how close you guys are, and that is, I believe, the difference between your pipe crews and your indoor crews.
Hmm.
You know, indoor, we couldn't give a rat's ass because we're all doing our own things in our own little world. But you guys are together, doing your shit outside and you suck, you know.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
And I
See,
that brings
yeah,
you guys a lot
that's
closer.
that's a good point. And I feel like, that's what makes it easier, you know, as like what we're sacrificing at home.
Hmm.
It makes it easier because we have a family at work,
You do.
and
You have to trust
and
them.
it makes it easier because you see them more than you do anybody at home. I mean, during the workout. I mean,
Yeah.
you literally see them every single day. So it makes it easier to go to
Mhm.
work, or it makes it easier,
Hmm.
you know.
Yeah, but
Some people.
it's not.
Some people, some people.
No, but like on that, like we can fucking tell each other to fuck off.
Yeah,
And then the
Yeah.
next sentence be like, thank you.
And
hour or something.
yeah, not even an hour or something. And then we're just like, all right, wait, like what's going on?
What do you
Like,
need?
what do we need?
Hmm.
Like I've said it a lot.
No way.
I can't.
Me either. Why? And then we go to the fair and hang out with all of them after the fact, after you've just cussed them out.
I mean, I've cussed, I've fucking, put
I've,
my fingers,
like-
like shit
Yeah.
like that, and it's just, the next day or
Like
next
what
2 days, I mean,
Like
we're
I
back
told,
to,
I think it was like our first day or something. Like we rode together. I told you, I was like, don't mind what the fuck I say. I don't know what like exactly how I said it. I was like, don't take my shit or what I say personal or something. And because once we get in the vehicle to leave, like I leave
that's
work.
way different.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how you manage your
Well,
stress, though, too.
that is, I mean, and he said it perfectly. It took me, working with him, it took me a good week, to get used to,
Hmm.
like him working and how I do things and how he wants things, because I'm doing everything for him because he's in the hole,
Yeah.
and
Hmm.
obviously I didn't know as much as he did, but I'm the one doing everything for him because he's in the hole kind of thing, so it was a thing of like fuck you, like not like fuck you, but like
Fuck you, love you.
yeah, kind of thing. It is. And
Yeah.
and you got to realize, there's a work face and there's a, at home face.
I also think you guys have a relationship like that you work well together, but you're also friends together outside of work. And a lot of people don't have that, though. You also knew each other beforehand, too.
Yeah, but our mutual.
Mutual.
Our- I know what you were gonna say.
Yeah.
So we have a friend or whatever. I can't say the word, but
Mutual.
yeah, we were before I went into construction. We were in a factory together,
Yeah.
and I could not work with him. He's
No.
he's my best friend,
Yeah.
probably one of the biggest best friends I have, whatever.
Yeah.
And I could not work with him.
No.
He told me to fuck off, and that hurt more than fucking anything. I was like, holy shit! But I couldn't back down. Yeah,
Back down.
but like I couldn't work with him.
I think it
Like
depends on the
it was
friend.
sweet working with them because like we were just fucking bullshitting the whole time or whatever. But like sometimes like having your friend,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
there's a
hard.
time and place
Yeah.
where you gotta like not be friends or whatever.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
But you guys do that well. You don't take it
Oh, I
personally.
yelled at him all the time.
I know. You come
Yeah,
over
that's
and you're
what
like,
I'm saying.
Brandon, blah, blah, and I'm like,
And he did,
okay.
you know,
I'm like,
B,
Yeah.
where's this?
Yeah.
B.
like on my ass. But he was
you
on
got
my
this
ass.
ready? No.
He was on my
I know,
ass.
I remember.
Why
But
not?
but
got
you know what
200 feet.
that makes me like a better worker now.
Hmm.
You know,
It was a tough love.
from where I was, like when I was working for him, it was I think my first year when I hired on. We went to this job and I think I fucked up like three things.
Hmm.
And the boss came to me and he was like, "Hey, you know, what the fuck's going on? Why are you doing that?" And I was at a point where, okay, is it all my fault or is it everybody else's fault? Like, why am I the only one getting blamed? And then I told my boss, I said, "You find me a different crew to work for, or I'm out of here.
Hmm.
I'm gone because I don't deserve the blame. You know, my first year, I don't deserve to blame all on me. You know, I mean, it's the whole crew's fault. You know,
Yeah.
like why is the other guy's not helping me, kind of thing. You
Hmm.
know." So I called him and I was like, find me a different crew to work for, and or I'm gone. And he was like, "All right, I'll let you know." And then Sunday night, he called me and he's like, "Hey, you're going here." So.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I just don't, I put up with, like him,
Yeah. Put up with him.
because
Yeah.
I know him and
Yeah, but
we're going home
but
together
like
type shit,
in a sense of like that though.
Yeah, you are riding together, so you gotta be like, get in the car, bitch.
Well, basically,
Well, like, what yeah,
I could
you know what
have
I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
done better. The more I think about it, I thought about
I mean,
it.
I think
What
you're
the,
both accountable for it, though.
Huh?
You're both
No,
accountable for it.
like for me, for like him trying to like that blame game or whatever. Like he would like when every time he tried to get in the hole because he knew like I probably needed somebody there and no one was there for me. Like he would get in the hole and I would yell at him to get the fuck out.
this is not your job. Get the
Yeah,
fuck
I was
out.
like, get the fuck out. You're on top.
yeah.
And I
Well, no,
thinking,
I mean, like I said, it's not, you know,
yeah,
I know how you are.
Mm-hmm.
It's not, you're not like everybody else in the company,
no, but like
So, like,
Yeah.
like when
it's
I
a
went
thing we
to,
get
like when
along.
I really thought about it, it's like when I became operator and we were on that job with the water services. Like I had to like show, not like necessarily you all the time, but I had to show how to use like the tap machine more.
Yeah.
I had to like refresh your memory because you didn't necessarily do it because I always did it.
Right.
You were kind of just there watching me, and then I had to show like other people how
And
to
then
do it.
our boss was like, "Well, why don't you just show them?" Well, you don't learn just from seeing somebody do it.
Yeah.
You got to constantly do it. You
Yeah.
can't just. And then if you're, if a new guy's trying
And
to
then
do
you,
it,
and then
well,
like,
it's taken to them.
and then
Well,
you,
what do you mean? I
then
mean,
you
I
got,
battle that all the
that's
time.
what I'm
yeah,
saying.
but then you got a couple of chiefs fucking standing over the hole and they're fucking making comments, and then I
That's what
state,
I'm trying to
yeah,
say.
then
Because
I
it doesn't.
Yeah,
You can't win.
I'm trying to tell the other guys like don't fucking listen to them. They're just a bunch of fucking idiots. And I'm saying that sounds fucking loud.
Yeah.
I was like, don't fucking mind them. And it's just like then you fucking like, all right, you want me to fucking teach them? Like, fuck, back the fuck off.
Thing like that happened on, I was training a guy and he'd only been training with me for maybe a week and a half. And at this point, he's only had the first week. I showed him how the lathe is run, and I start showing him all the little things that I do, all the little easy, how to make things easier before I even let them touch it and make sure they know where all their brake stops are, so that way if something goes wrong, they're not killing themselves. And so, the second week, that's their first hands-on experience. And I had a micromanager, and he's like, "You guys are working too slow. Why is he so slow?" And he had given me the hand signal, speed it up. And my trainee had seen it, and he was like, "Am I in trouble?" Da da da. And I'm like, "No, you keep doing what you're doing." I turned around, and I started cussing the manager, I was like, get the fuck out of here. Said I'm only on week 2. So I had a certain way I ran everything. Like I want shit done correctly. I want to make sure that my guy doesn't kill himself. If you're standing here fucking telling him you're slow, this and that, you're giving this guy anxiety in front of a machine that can, in a split second, wrap him up.
Mm-hmm.
No, get the fuck out of here. I prefer him be slow and do it right, for the next year. I don't care. He's turning product.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
He's making it home.
Yeah,
You
that.
make them nervous and all that shit. That's when mistakes happen.
Mhm.
And
Especially like to bring in the example of sacrifice or whatever, time is the most thing that people don't want to sacrifice or whatever, but yet we do. And when it comes to work, time is of the essence.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
As long as you keep moving forward,
It's never enough.
yeah. No, like you'll have like the owners or whatever say like they don't fucking care. Like if you
Yeah.
can keep moving forward, you're fucking fine.
Yeah.
It's the other people.
it's the middle managers
It's the other
Mhm.
people.
that have the problem. Yeah, well, I have a new guy that I happened to work with 2 weeks ago. Never met him before. Real cool kid. He's, early 20s, and he was like, yeah, my shift lead is all right, as long as I'm making quota, this and that. And I was like, what do you mean quota? It's like, as long as I put out so many rolls, I'm fine. I said, no, that's bullshit. Said there is no quota here. Don't let them tell you that.
Yeah.
Said
Mm.
if you do one roll a night because it took you one roll and you made it home safe, we're happy. It's not
Yeah,
about how many rolls you
we
get
don't
out.
have quota. They bid a jobs for say X like 200 feet, a day or something.
Yeah,
Like that's what they quoted for. But like some days we fucking hit 500.
yeah,
The next day we can hit like 100.
yeah,
But it don't necessarily matter. And they, like I say, they don't fucking care. But the running joke is there's always one more pipe
yeah,
when it's fucking 5 o'clock and we're supposed to be out in fucking 15 fucking minutes.
Well, even
It's fucking-
even if we're working Saturday, it's Friday night on it's 5:15. We're supposed to be out of there at 5:30. Right. That's the thing. And one more pipe. Well, that one more pipe could mean 30, 45 minutes because,
Well, it takes 15 minutes to start
depends on
digging.
what you're doing.
It
Yeah.
takes
I mean, depends
15
on how
minutes to
deep you are,
dig, start digging, and then
pull the
to
box.
fucking
You gotta,
bury.
Mhm.
stuff like that.
so I got
Can't sacrifice time.
No.
so with us, like with our union and all that, it's like we have a set time, we're done. Like if that time goes, anything past that is overtime, but it's optional. Like we can walk.
Yeah,
Like we have nobody telling us, hey, there's still work to do. You need to stay unless it's mandatory Saturday.
until the fat lady sings, we can't leave.
So who like at at what point does the union step in and go, hey, you're overworking our dudes? Like, do you have
Oh boy.
stewards and shit on site?
They
No.
don't. I mean, it's been since I started that, we don't get paid for breaks. And
Well,
We
the
don't take
15-minute breaks for Michigan is optional. That's an optional thing. It's highly suggested, is from what I read.
Yeah.
But for the state ourselves, that is not mandatory, is to do 15-minute breaks. The only thing that's mandatory is a 30-minute lunch at least. So that's what
And
we
even
get.
that.
see, I can't say
But
that
but the
because
thing is like if we gotta
my
work
boss is like, hey, if we need to fucking take lunch, we're taking lunch.
yeah, well like the thing is like
So,
for our like the mentality of everybody, if we gotta work 12 hours, we're gonna work through lunch
Mm.
so we can get out 30 minutes fucking
Yeah.
sooner.
Yeah.
Like we'll have one dude go to the van and fucking make his food or whatever.
so that's how we do rotate.
Yeah, and then
Rotate laborers so we all eat.
yeah, or whatever. We'll kind of watch out for each other, but we'll skip the
We gotta
fucking 30
eat.
minutes.
Yeah, we technically some of our sections in the shop don't have breaks or even a lunch break. Like me as a grinder, when I'm water grinding a finished roll, when I'm water grinding, it could be sometimes 15 minutes for me to do a full pass on a roll.
Right.
So that's when I'm making my lunch, or I sit down and take my break. And then that's fine.
I know, but your arm is
Oh,
making
am I
it
making
move.
it wiggle? Um, and then there's other sections like one crew behind me, they're they're on break at 9 o'clock, they're on break at 11, they're on they have their set breaks,
Yeah.
and it's just one of those
No, we
things.
don't. Like our fucking lunch can be at 11 o'clock because we got time to kill, so we'll
Yeah,
take it at 11, or fucking it'll be at 12, or fucking 1 o'clock. It don't necessarily
yeah,
matter.
Yeah, yeah. We could, be an hour over, hour and a half over.
2 hours, 3 hours.
Yeah. Or skip the fucking hour. But then,
or
like,
skip
that's
it.
the thing is,
Yeah,
I necessarily don't know the rule book, like how you know your.
yeah, and I have my rule book in my lunchbox.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, he
I
doesn't.
try to look it up. I try reading this shit, and obviously I'm not a good reader because I move dirt for a living. So
You're a dirt relocation specialist.
yeah, that's what it is. But so trying to figure it out and shit like that, and like know the ins and outs and stuff,
Yeah,
like it fucking whatever. They treat me good.
yeah,
I get
They
paid
do.
every fucking week, and when we do, like if there's like a fucking bank fuck up or something, like the owner's just fucking pissed off. He's like ready to take it out of his personal account to fucking pay everybody, and that's like fucking 200 something people.
yeah.
It's a lot.
And as long as they take care of you guys, I guess
Oh yeah,
Oh, they do.
that's one of the biggest things.
See, and that's the biggest thing about, that's the biggest thing about the company that we actually work for is, they, skip the hours and skip, the time. I mean, I get you got to get jobs done at a certain time and shit like that, but they care about every single person that works there.
Well, you think
Every
about the
single one.
Christmas party they have every year too. Think about how much money they spend on that too.
Every single person they care about. I mean, that's,
Mhm.
I mean, one of the owners knew my name and knew something about me, and I've seen him like my first month in or whatever, and he was actually having a conversation with me,
Mhm.
and I was
like they take their
Kinda
time to investigate,
yeah.
like
Investigate.
literally that's
Yeah.
what it is,
Yeah.
and see who this person
So
is, see
yeah,
their
so
workers.
like trying to like play the union jump ship shit, like
yeah,
job to here, job there, or whatever. I'm like, I'm not necessarily interested in that,
Mhm.
but I mean, it does suck when I hear people fucking working in the same state as me, making fucking doubles or whatever, and
Yeah.
this and that. Kind of sucks, but like I technically have a home
yeah.
You
outside of
do.
home.
Yeah, you do.
That I think that's one reason why I haven't left my job is because there's certain people at my job that make it work being there,
Yeah,
and I don't like people in general,
Mhm.
and I can stay at my lathe and nobody bother me
yeah,
for hours until I have to do union shit.
yeah.
Mhm.
But
Yeah, no one, for the most part, no one fucks with anybody.
I mean,
Even if like
we fuck with you.
yeah,
yeah,
but
But
like,
like not really.
and even if, like if we fuck up, like I fucked up pretty good. Like fucked up some shit that parts that don't be or they don't make parts for or whatever.
yeah,
Like I fucked that up, and then they just look at me, seeing that I'm beating myself up already, so they don't fucking come over and try to say something to me. They just leave me alone.
Mm.
Because they know like how I am, and shit like that, and then they just move forward, which is great.
that's what I like about my new plant manager that we have right now is a lot of people that we have are veterans, and if we fuck up, he's like, "All right, can you fix it? No, all right, don't do it again." Like if I were to do that on second shift on at our other plant, if you dumb motherfucker, why'd you do that?
Yeah,
What
no,
it
yeah,
like it's night and day. My plant manager, I'll go into the office and I'll talk to him and let him know, hey, this blueprint's wrong, this and that, because he'll actually listen.
Right.
because he's realized that the guys on the floor aren't stupid. We're the ones putting the product out.
Mm-hmm.
Unlike everybody else that's an office person that looks at us like, oh, you don't have a degree or this or that. Why should I listen to you? And then we look at the blueprints and it's like everything's wrong.
Yeah, fuck the blueprints.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck the blueprints. They're always wrong.
Oh, damn engineers.
Yeah, I can't.
Okay, Zach started on this. Oh
Fuck.
my god.
Go
No,
crazy.
I'm not allowed to talk to anybody with a white hat.
And why is that, Zachary?
It's fuck the story. It's not like a story, but
Can you tell it?
huh? Can I tell it?